The first reaction was, thank God that it's paid off, because it was hard.
As soon as I come out of that arena, I just broke down in that back room and had to with my coach to just, let it out. I just lost it.
We were taught to get down on our knees and pray to Jesus while they were abusing us.
There isn't any known transmission rates of COVID from mum to baby, but in actual fact there are a lot of babies in neonatal as a result of their mums having COVID.
Welcome to a week in interviews. This week we start in Tokyo, where Team GB got off to a mesmerising start at the Olympic Games. Gold medalist Adam Peaty became the first British swimmer to defend an Olympic title, with victory in the 100 metres breaststroke. Taekwondo has also become the sport to watch, with Team GB's Lauren Williams narrowly missing out on gold in her bout during a nail-biting showdown. Our sports correspondent Tom Parmenter caught up with the pair in Tokyo.
The first reaction was, thank God that it's paid off, because it was hard. I'm a championship swimmer. I love the crowd. The more people that are in the stands, the better I perform. And I've proven that over the last 7 years. I haven't lost a 100 metre in the championship in the last 7 years. So it's been difficult. It's been difficult racing in no crowd, because you walk out and you're like, oh my God, it's actually like the gladiator, in the arena. And I breathe that in and I soak it up, and that emotion just is extracted. But with this, there's been a very different approach into this Olympics, because there is no crowd you can on. Yes, there's a few flags, and yes, there's a few athletes in there. Nothing will match the vibration and the energy you get from a full house. So, yeah, I mean, in my head, when I went down the mix zone and came out and I had a little bit of minutes to myself, I was like, oh, really? Different experiences maybe with me. Well, I guess we're going to have to wait till 2024 now.
So if you can't do it, just leave it. Let's do something else. I'll try and get somebody to do it. Because you might spend like half an hour there and still not resolve it. You could be posting
no,
like
I just
some stuff
connected. I found the app for it, and it's never.
Huh?
I download the app.
You making progress?
I download the app for the printer on my phone.
And
now I'm trying to connect it.
Okay. If you think you're doing it, if you think you're getting like a solution, then fine. But if you think like you still don't understand it, or that it's not getting fixed, or it's not going to get fixed,
I know how to connect it. It's just about the app, and also the printer is different.
A couple of points in a couple of seconds, there's no way you want to lose in the final, but if I lose, I'd rather lose by a lot and accept the loss, but because it was so close and I had it, it was in my hands, but until that was so good. On reflection, I woke up this morning, I've got an Olympic medal on my neck, and I couldn't be more proud of myself, to be honest. I think I put in the best performance I could on the day, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself all day. I have no regrets other than the last 10 seconds.
Jay was just there watching.
Yeah, that was absolutely incredible for me. I couldn't quite believe what was going on. Walking out to that Olympic final, I had to dance in the crowd and I saw her there, and that was such a proud moment for me. I just couldn't quite believe it, and I thought that was a true I've made it moment. I've watched Jay since I was a kid. She's the reason I'm there, and to be walking out to my own Olympic final with Jay watching me is a moment I'll never forget, and I'll remember that for the rest of my life. I was truly proud of that moment.
And tell me about when you decided as a young girl that you wanted to pursue an Olympic dream and get to the very top.
Yeah, so it was 2012, I was in my caravan watching the Olympics on telly, and we were just flicking through the channels. It was pure accident that we came across Taekwondo, but we saw GB and, joined the rest of the nation to back Jade, and it was 10 seconds, but she was in a better position than me. We got behind her and saw her take the gold medal, so my dad asked, is this something you want to do? I said no, because I've never seen the sport before. I did kickboxing at the time, it was very similar. But yeah, there was an opportunity to try out for the team, and I got selected. I was chosen at the time. I was 13 or 14, and I never looked back.
Now, he's the golden boy of the pool, Tom Dake. He won the 200 metres freestyle in Tokyo, with teammate Duncan Scott taking the silver. Joining us now is Tom's mum, Jackie, who's at home in Maidenhead. Hello to you, Jackie.
Hello.
Good morning. So tell me how you watched it, where you were, and how you felt.
So I wasn't in Tokyo, which was a shame. So we had a watch party at home in the garden, and I had 3 of Tom's other siblings and lots of family and friends and other swimmers and neighbours, and we did a big projection in the garden, and we filmed ourselves doing it, and we all raised a drink to Tom, and actually it was really, really lovely. It was a really joyous moment, and we when you look at the video, we look like, there's about 70 of us, and we look like mad whirling dervishes, just jumping up and down, and it was very, very lovely. I sent him the video from Twitter, and he was like, "Mum, I couldn't stop watching it. I just looked at one person and then watched it again and looked at another and saw another," and he was so thrilled. He always goes very quiet before a race, and I think that's really good. So he just goes into himself and thinks about his racing. So we tend to keep the chat down. But I knew he was feeling confident. You know, he knew he'd put in the work. He knew it was going to be a really, really tight race. Duncan Scott is an amazing swimmer. There was the Russian, the Romanian, and he knew, as he said, it was going to be a dogfight. But I've just said to him now, "Did you think you could win it?" And he said, "Yes, I did." And won it he did by a fingernail. So he feels like he's in a dream at the moment. You know, his first Olympics, he's only young, and he's just got gold. Tom's one of 5, and they were all swimmers. And so that's a lot of early mornings and a lot of after schools and an awful lot of weekends racing all over the country, and it's a slog. It's a real slog, but you know, they put in the work. All I do is provide the support, and you know, Tom's just always been one of those boys. From when he was a baby, he was just so positive. He always thought that life was for the taking, and if he wanted to do something, he could. You know, he wanted to learn to play the trumpet, he would. If he wanted to be a good swimmer, he would. And so that positive attitude has just taken him all the way to the top, and you know, good on him. It's been a joy.
Ross Murdoch on Shane goes, "Have you seen the video?" What are you on about? And he was welling up. He was in tears. He was, "Oh, you've got to watch this video." He showed it to me, and it just set me off all over again. I was gone again. The emotions kind of took over. All my family, all my friends, everyone from Maidenhead, all the boys from back home. You know, it was insane. They're all going absolutely nuts. Being on the podium in first place with one of your closest mates in second place right next to you for Team GB, seeing the 2 Union Jacks go up. What more could you possibly want in the world? You know, you just couldn't even write this. And I think the emotions kind of all got the better of me slightly at that point when the anthem was being played and stuff. But it's unreal.
So,
brutal. Not just for the illness, but for the time out of the water, the time away from my sport, not being able to exercise, and losing my fitness and everything. But you know, you can get through it, and it's not, you know, the end of the world. And a lot of the athletes, the young athletes out there who haven't been able to train. You know, my younger brother at Maidenhead hadn't been able to train for months and months, and here he is back in the water, building his fitness back up, and you know, in the same boat. So I think just sticking with it and persevering and having faith in regaining your fitness is the best advice I could give.
The success was perhaps the
you can stop that one.
How I said, okay.